Hello everyone, I am Darkness and welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. We just went through a diary that was a psychedelic trip of a 10-year-old girl who turned into a cat, and then an owl, and then a shark, and then an octopus that ate people, and then got scared of the own octopus under her bed. In memory, Edie named a cat Molly after her girl, and found out that Edie's husband was killed by a dragon, and now we're about to go into a really pink bathroom, into a secret hallway, to find more things that are close to being LSD trips. But I like it so far. So I skipped over the bathroom in the last one because I figured it was something serious, and I didn't want to get into the serious stuff quite yet. I put up the mouse sensitivity, and that helps a lot. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's not too jerky frame rate, so I'm good. That must be a self-portrait in the bathroom. That's exactly what it looks like. Calvin Finch. That's sad. That's another young one, except for year old. So I'm getting the feeling this family doesn't live. Milton. Milton was here? Oh gosh. Oh wow. Okay. Sam Finch, 1963, most improved player. The hunting posters. But there's a pack of smokes. So who's... Oh. Sam got older. Oh yeah, it shared a room with his dead brother for 10 years. That's right. So Calvin's side just was roped off after he passed. So in 61, the mark stopped. He got another 7 years on him. Enlisted in the Marines. Died somehow.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
I think I'm about to find out about that twin.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Alright.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Wow. Oh, I gotta swing.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
What? No! No,
I
no,
told
no!
him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
The chain goes slack when you get too high up. Whoa!
The day he made it this mighty fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
We gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that, so...
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Like, there's something that gets me in the gut when a game puts you in the shoes of someone who you know is about to die. It hurt, like it doesn't, it hurts.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
What? This house is crazy. I mean, they had to have built this stuff in.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Orange tabby. But I don't want to go out that way. Oh God, I thought headless. Milton's been through all of them, though. So what happened to Milton? No, we're dealing with
Growing
Barbara.
up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
She apparently was. Can't quite make out what's on that statue. Looks like she was in one film. Oh, okay, so we are on the other side of the door. Guitar. Is that the passage? Yeah. Why are there passages connecting them? The mom knew about the passages connecting, but she still sealed up the doors. There was a possibility to get to all the rooms, and she sealed up the doors. That, to me, what? And she had the key to it. Barb Street. I know, I saw it. Happy birthday, Barbara. Oh, God. More cigarettes. I'm assuming the cigarettes and the alcohol that end up showing up everywhere are the families mourning and sitting there.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Or maybe it's her at the tender age of nothing. Was she 10? Was Barbara? No. No, 16. Oh, God.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
You can't feel me. That's Tales from the Crypt.
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe.
Oh.
I'll be back in a sec.
Oh! That's where we're going next.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Is this me now? This is Tales from the Crypt, guys, by the way. This is straight up, they're copying Tales from the Crypt's way of, except for it's not the creepy HBO way.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
He put the key back? Why do I hear Friday the 13th?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
That's exactly what I hear. Well, there goes the copyright.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh no, I'm playing how she died. Oh god.
It rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you're...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
It's a bad joke to make with this family. Man, they really don't want me to be able to monetize this one. That's cool. Wait, is that... I said Friday the 13th, I've been playing it. That's Halloween, isn't it? Halloween. It's one of the two. Wait, this one's Walter.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Is this like the Zodiac? There's the passages. I was just in Walter's room. There we go. Walter took the same.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Molly's room hadn't been sealed yet. Don't try to go out that window.
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Walter's gotta be under a bed, right? Whoa! Molly's room has another cupboard. Okay, remember that, guys.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grown.
Hit him harder.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Good night. Why the Tales from the Crypt way of that is a creepy way of her mom keeping it. Not gonna lie. Probably couldn't have kept it. Oh, he's not gonna be there. It's horror. He's not gonna be there.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Her boyfriend is dead. He's on the couch. That would make sense.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara.
Oh, come on. No.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
She almost killed a guy.
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Oh my god.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
For people who never watched Tales of the Crypt, that didn't land all that well. But holy crap.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
How absurd is the comic? I mean, okay, let's check out this line really quick. Molly turned cat, Calvin went spaceman, Barbara got eaten, and they blamed it on Sam, but his ear was gone with Walter in the house to say something happened. So Walter was there and could at least corroborate something of what was going on. He said, I hear the scream was magnificent. Walter heard it. Though he lived to 53 years old, it looks like. Odin died weird. One got eaten by a dragon. Good night. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I've got plenty of time to keep going a little bit longer. But I saw that in Molly's room.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Now we can go downstairs. But hold on. Molly's room. Sorry guys, have to I can't get back in. What was that escape thing from Molly's room? Alright, well,
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Well, I mean, hide it in the most obvious place with a not so obvious. Though, come on, why build all this stuff into the house? No. She was that curious. Couldn't she just break the door? The house is hers. I mean, the house, it now belongs to her, so... And she seems to be the last surviving one. We're going through the death stories of all of them. And they had a pool table. Don't lock that away. Bring it upstairs before you lock it. Oh no, Sven's story.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Sven's dragon. This circular saw he cut himself on.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Packages?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
No. This house isn't that nice.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Good googly moogly. It is dark for me too, so don't think it's just you. I can't see anything.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Where Walter had gone?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
In a bunker?
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter made a bunker to not have to deal with that, using the fridge his sister, part of his sister's story of dying. No. I do want to grab it. I just don't want to descend quite yet. A lot of books though again. Fake window, that's normal. To try to keep a sense of normalcy while you're underground. Daylight bulbs and fake windows. That's his, so that, okay, this is his journal. So I want to go down here. Alright, can't do it until we read his journal, I guess. He lived a long time though, so. Whoa.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
He spent 30 years down here? There we go.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane.
And the family just
Having a
let
schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
76.
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
What? They didn't get Walter help. They just let him go into a basement and build a fallout shelter?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just
2005.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
What?
I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
He went far away, but he didn't go far at all. Holy crap. She was young enough, she could remember packages being taken down there for him to eat. So eating... Oh, Mom knew too. That's why. And that's why I couldn't go down here. The story. There we go.
I know it's out there, somewhere.
That resigned voice.
Whatever killed Barbara.
He's still hiding 30 years later from what killed Barbara. This family did not get him help.
And Molly.
Oh.
And Calvin.
Calvin seems to be the only one that died somehow normally. Except for gravity should have sucked him right back down before he could do the whole loop. I mean, I watched Mythbusters.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
It killed him. Whoa.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
I have no idea what to say to that. I mean, What do you... What? Don't tell me I'm gonna go...
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Where are the words? Where are the words coming from? I'm used to words coming up. Can I still... I can go down there now.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house...
What else didn't she tell me
I
about?
can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
His refuse. Bet that never got cleaned out.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two.
Maybe two?
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else.
Maybe two?
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
He stepped out after 30 years and got hit by a train? After 30 years, he couldn't hear a train coming up behind him? Wait, where's the train go? How did a train hit him if the train ends? Wait, where did... Oh. Okay, it used to bend around. Solve that
I don't
one.
know if I should even be writing this.
It's gonna cost you a broken arm. We already know that.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me.
Don't have
But
kids.
I thought you should know about your family.
I thought you should know about your family. There's one, maybe two of us left. I thought you should know about your family. She's pregnant. Is she pregnant? She's pregnant. And this is where the dragon killed Sven, isn't
And
it?
the history you're a part of.
One, maybe two. She's pregnant. I wanted
Though
to
to
call...
be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
I wanted to call it, but I'm being drawn into this one.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
So what? So if there's a real cause for everyone to die, Molly ate from, I want to say corporal fetch or something like that, but that's a different kind of eating disorder. I can't remember what it's called when you eat objects you shouldn't. She died from poisoning of those holly berries. Sven had the thing collapse on him. Walter got hit by a train. Barbara was murdered by her boyfriend. If you look for the more logical ones, and Calvin flew off over the cliff, off of the swing. Oh, why is my thing going off? So there's a logical way for all of it to go down, but we're looking for the not so logical stories here for what we're doing.
And when you look at the house, had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Yeah, it all seems really possible. Passable? It's really dark, guys. It's not just you. I mean, it is. I mean, it's a dark nighttime scene, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh. Uh-oh.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
Yeah, I understand that.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
One that has loved ones to bury.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
I'm assuming Derpy and Derpy Jr. are the ones you let accidentally go. Hey, the pets lived longer. Hey, Bailey.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
No, it wouldn't, would it? Some people react differently, and it's not easy. Sank with the house. They had to watch. Yeah, that's not easy to just forget.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
It crashed that close. It was that close.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Sam, I think, died a patriot. We don't know about Gus or Gregory yet. Gregory died as a baby. Gus died young. But Sam was closer to making Adov.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Milton.
We
Finally.
never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Her mom, from what I just internalized from a lot of this, her mom spent so long telling her what she can and can't know, and controlling her daughter's fate to maybe so she wouldn't end up in this family curse, which she thought might have been what, you know, what Edith just said, just the stories themselves are doing it, that if her mom had died, everyone else died, she gave her the ability to go and find out. Now, why her mom was okay with her going and finding out, we're gonna have to find that out. Because if I knew my daughter might die going and finding out, I wouldn't let. But I have a theory already on what's happening here with how the Finch line is still carrying on. Because you have to think, if everyone died,
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Knew it! Knew it! No. Where am I going? Oh, there's a ladder. So she's the last, but she's pregnant.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Like a circus fire. So Sam survived, went into the war, became a photographer afterward. Or he was a war photographer. Or something. I don't know. We are not going to tackle Sam until the next one. So, thank you so much for watching. This is really different. I really like it. I'm not going to put it under the category of walking simulator because walking simulators have a very bad tendency of literally walk from point A to point B, do nothing, you'd see a few things is finished. This has had a bit of mechanics to it that make me think more than that, and it's got a good story to it that I don't just want to lump it under there. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna continue on as soon as I can, but thank you so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this, and I hope to see you back here for the next one really, really soon. Bye!